and welcome to our 90-second season finale. To celebrate this 10th episode, I've invited our very own Elementor co-founder and CEO, Yoni Luksenberg, to answer your how-to questions live. Welcome, Yoni, and thanks for freeing up your time to join the show, and good luck.
Super excited to be here, Ziv. Actually, I made for you a gift.
Ooh,
which is 90-second.
Oh, wow. Sweet, thanks. That's awesome. For those that don't know, Yoni, you started your career as a graphic designer, didn't you?
Yeah, Photoshop 6.0.
Wow.
I'm old.
6.0.
Yeah.
All right. Also, since we have you on the show, I would like to ask you other types of questions too, if that's okay with you. Questions that we've been seeing online, I think that our viewers would like to know. Just for example, how do you decide when widgets are free and when they are pro?
Why do you think it's me? No, but actually, when we started Elementor, we set two rules about the features. First, if it's a feature that only pro needs to, so it's more pro. But more important of that, it's the difference between the page builder and the website builder. The free version of Elementor, it's more focused on the page. It's more page builder. And the global elements, theme builder, and features that across the website, it's part of the pro. Right. But the pro, it's accessible for all.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. There's going to be more questions like that.
I'm okay.
Awesome. As you can see, today really is a special day. So to celebrate, we're going to be displaying this coupon code a couple of times during the show. And you can use it to get a 20% discount for a full 1-year Elementor Cloud website subscription. It's valid for 48 hours after the event, so make sure you don't miss it. On top of that, participants who asked questions in the chat, they'll be entered into a raffle to win an awesome prize, and I'll announce the winner at the end of the event. Alright, just a quick reminder of the rules. We will choose questions from the chat, and we have 90 seconds to solve each one. When the time is up, you get to decide what we do. Either continue solving it, or we go on to the next one. Alright, to get the ball rolling, we'll start with an unanswered question from the previous episode. Let's do this. Ready?
Yeah.
Question 1. From John Theobald on Facebook, they asked, how do I place notes in the form between the input boxes? Okay, so notes in the form between the input boxes. It sounds like a field type question. Yoni, are you ready?
Yeah.
90 seconds. Let's do it.
So I'll drag a form widget to explain it. And if I'll add new item, I can choose type HTML. And in the HTML,
so this is a form field.
It's a form field like any other field,
right.
But it's a free field. So I can type, for example, note, and this is what I will see, note, and I can align it and make the change. And many users ask how I can change the design of it. So actually you should put HTML, but a lot of people doesn't know how to use the HTML. So I'll give you a trick for me.
Right, so you're going to give us a trick how to style what you just wrote?
Yeah, it's between of us, okay?
Oh, okay.
I can use the text editor. Okay, for example, I'll type here note, and I will change it to be, I'll give it a color, and I do it italic, and underline, and bold.
So you're styling it in the text editor?
Styled it. If you will switch into the text mode, so you get the entire output of the HTML.
Right.
So I can copy it, put it here, and paste it, and this is it. I get it, and now I have it.
That's quick.
But this is a tip for people who doesn't know or doesn't like the HTML.
All right. So we'll keep it between us, I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody. All right. Thank you, Yoni. We hope that answers the question. Now I've also got another special question for you. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
What is your favorite Elementor feature?
Only one?
Only one.
Oh, it's a difficult question.
Yes.
Where should I start?
Somewhere.
You know what? I have something for you. I think that the features that I probably like as a designer, it's the things that before Elementor you couldn't do. You have to put tons of code to do it, and with Elementor it's become a piece of cake. I'll give you a few examples. It could be text pass, loading animation, motion effect, animated headline, a lot of features.
The mask.
The mask, yeah. And as a designer, you know, before Elementor, we were disconnected from the process. I designed a JPEG, and someone else in different room, different country made it for us. And now, designer could be part of the project. Could build it his own in Elementor, but also if it's part of the team,
right.
But he understands it better and better.
Like a hybrid designer, web creator.
Whatever. It depends, different project and different type of behavior how to create a project. But I think that features like this is the best, the place where Elementor made a huge change.
Great. So you didn't choose one, but I like your explanation. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to the next question.
Okay.
Jean Petrovic on YouTube is asking how to add a scrolling go to top button on a page. All right, scrolling go to the top button on a page. Want to talk about it? 90 seconds, go.
So I'll go into the down of the page and I'll add a section. Let me add an icon, align it right. I will choose an icon of top, maybe up. It's okay. Okay, now I have this icon. All that I have to do is create a link, and I will type hashtag top. Now I'll go into the top of the page and I'll drag a anchor widget. Okay, let me put the right place for this. Okay. I will add for this an empty section and I will put it inside. And I will give it the name top. And now, if I'll click in the top, it will scroll at the top of the page.
Great. Awesome.
We
still got time left. Can you maybe show us another option?
I will give you one more trick about it.
All right.
Let's say that you want that the arrow will appear all the time in front of your face. So I will go into advanced and I will change the positioning, to be positioning. Let's have a look. Positioning. Which version are you using?
3.6.1. All right, we ran out of time. Were you going to actually set it to absolute or to fixed?
No, fixed.
All right, so sorry we ran out of time. We'll get back to we're on time. We'll get back to that question. Probably a lot of you actually know that already and can help each other out in the chat. Yoni, thank you for taking on that question. Before we continue, let's have a quick look at the cloud coupon code. Here it is. Don't forget to use it within 48 hours after the event to get the discount. And let's move on.
What's your story about the cloud? Why are you pushing all the time about it?
Right, exactly. That was my next question.
How did you know it?
Well, I mean, we did meet before. So how come are we pushing the cloud so much?
Good question.
Thank you.
I think that, I remember the first time that I created a WordPress website, it was 2009. And it was different days, different WordPress experience. And I still remember our fingers are still paying for the configuration between the databases and the wconfig. And at the end of the day, as a web creator, I come to create, not to connect infrastructure. But beside of that, I think that in the Elementor Cloud, we are trying to provide better Elementor experience. At the end of the day, every company has a different configuration. And we see in our customer experience a lot of question about it, a lot of things that doesn't work well. And we are creating the best experience for Elementor users. And I can tell you that we are going to improve and improve and improve it all the time. So as a user, you will get all-in-one in awesome price, but also you will get better Elementor experience. So that's why you are pushing you to try it out. Give it a shot.
All right. So use that code. And all right, so let's move on to another question. Steve Hedge in the community is asking, how can I go from Elementor to WordPress at the page list without going through the basic WordPress page?
And you mean without click?
Yes.
So I'll give you a trick.
90 seconds, go.
Did you heard about Finder?
Yes.
And did you know how to open this window?
Command or Control E.
Command or Control E, and why is E?
For Elementor.
Yeah, well, not F, it's Finder.
Yes.
The reason is that in any browser, the command F, it's search in the page. So we had to change the
Right.
shortcut. So if I'll click Command E, and by the way, I'll give you another trick because it's an easy question. If you will click Command question mark, it will give you all of the shortcuts.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is a super trick.
Cheat sheet.
Yeah, cheat sheet. So Command E, and you get a finder, and you can type everything. You can type, for example, dashboard, and you can click direct into the WordPress dashboard, but also you can type page, and add new page, pages, or
Right, so this really helps, like, you know, with your workflow and working faster.
Features like this made the workflow super seamless and save a lot of time and unnecessary clicks.
You could actually say it's an old feature by now, right? It's been
Wow.
around for a long time.
Yeah, but
Alright.
it's one of the hidden features in Elementor.
And actually it is. All right, thank you for answering. We've got some spare time. So I just want to add something that you might not know about Yoni.
Another?
You built your first website in 2009.
I mentioned it 5 minutes ago.
Ah, you did?
Yeah.
Ah. All right.
Yeah.
You want to elaborate maybe?
Yeah. It was a different days. You know, WordPress were younger, more blogging platform. But I remember the first time, and I can tell you, I came from design. And I think that the power of WordPress, it's a CMS, it's a community. It's something that, you know, you feel in love. And to see how much the WordPress ecosystem and the product itself, of course, grew in the last decade, I'm so proud to be part of this change.
Right. Thank you for the insights. And let's move on to another question.
Give me an easy one.
All right, an easy one. Origami World in the community is asking, ready?
Yeah.
How to put a bar that goes up when we scroll down the website.
Again?
So to put a bar that goes up when we scroll down the website. We can show them the new progress tracker.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay. So
90 seconds?
90 seconds, yeah.
Let's do it.
So as we have a dedicated widget for that called a progress tracker. So I will show the example in the horizontal, but in the same you can do it vertical. There is an amazing tutorial about it on YouTube. Check it out. So you can drag the widget, and you can of course design it, but and
by default it's not sticky, so yeah.
Yeah, so let's make it sticky.
Yes.
Okay, I will make it sticky, advanced, motion effects, sticky, top.
Yes.
So now it's sticky, and did you see the track?
Yes.
Now like any other Elementor widget, you can change the direction and of course the style and the border radius and the padding around, but also you can change the relative of the progress if to be to entire page or the selector or post content.
So post content, when would you use that?
In blog posts. For example, that you have below the post more content above the footer or comments or stuff like this. So the post content, it's important. And
on the single post template.
Everywhere, and it could be helpful to users. You can change it and make it different between devices, responsive, of course. Show it, hide it, made it different changes. Super useful.
All right, thank you. Also, we've got a lot of, just like you said, a lot of educational material on that, delving into it. We've got some, no, actually ran out of time, but I will give you something about me. Did you know that I created the first tutorial in Elementor? Actually, I did know that. It's probably got the most views as well, right? I was actually going to ask you a different question, which is, why don't you create new widgets?
I don't think that you're right. If you look in the 2021 feature list,
by the way,
we released a few of features.
Yes.
But you know, while Elementor are growing up, we have to take care about the infra. And that's why we are improving the performance all the time, and we are trying to bring more features that are wider features. Like to improve the theme builder, to improve the dynamic, to improve the loops, to improve the grid, the container, of course, and a lot of features that make the, and I think that one of the good parts in Elementor, it's the economy around Elementor, the ecosystem. And I don't know if you know, there are almost 1,000 add-ons for Elementor. It means that you can take tens or hundreds of widgets for Elementor, and this is the pretty part in Elementor, that everyone can create different widget. So I think that this is a place when we can see a different variety of people, and time to time we're adding more widgets. But we are
and
trying.
on the other side of the coin, we also get questions, how come we're not focusing on
Exactly. So we are trying all the time to make the balance between to take care about the infra, about the basic, the foundation of the editor. We made Elementor in 2016, and we have to take care that it will be relevant in 2026 also.
Right.
So we are taking and spending a lot of time to improve the basic stuff on Elementor, to improve the experience, to take the most common question from the CX, and to improve the product, to improve the infra, to improve the workflow. And this is why we are developing less widgets. But if you have something super special, I know some people.
All right, cool. You'll hook me up?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, thank you for answering that question. Let's go on to our next question. And this is actually, I just want to share with everybody a little bit about you as well. It's a question, right? Didn't you design the editor from the ground up? Also, UX, UI, version 01 plus.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. When we started Elementor, I was the only designer in the company. So I designed the E logo, but also I designed the editor itself. And by mean design, it's the UX, it's the workflow, the difference between the section column widget, the panel in the side, the logic about the widget, the content style advanced. I did it with Ariel, of course. But I was, I don't remember when it was the time that someone kicked me off of the process, but at about 2019, or probably something like this, but yeah, cool. I still remember it.
Thanks for sharing that with us.
I have the original file, I will sell it in the NFT.
Ooh,
yeah, one day, not
NFT.
today.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, it's a Photoshop file, by the way.
It's a what?
Photoshop
file?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next question. Let's just have a look over here. What is our next question? Benji on YouTube is asking how to add a button in a menu so that it appears on the desktop and mobile. So a button on, in the menu that appears on the desktop and the mobile.
I think that, before Elementor, I saw a lot of people who used a custom code to add button in the menu.
Right.
And sometimes there is a reason why to use it. But I think that if you design your header with Elementor theme builder, so if I will design this header, so everything is made by widget. So I can take, a normal button widget and drag it wherever I want it to appear. For example, I will remove the this cart. Let me change the adjustment of the gap. And when it become a normal Elementor widget, so you can change it between devices, you can change the positioning with all the Elementor features. Right. So I think this is part of the pretty thing about Elementor, is you can change everything.
And wouldn't you say also if you're creating like a custom menu, right? You can also just use like the pop-up, set an icon to open up the pop-up. You can build with a button, with anything you want.
There are a lot of, the coolest part in WordPress and also in Elementor is that you can do a lot of hijacked. At the end of the day, pop-up made to add pop-ups. Right. But it's a great way to put menu, because in the end of the day, what is pop-up? It's a new layer on your website. So who cares if it's a sales pop-up or menu pop-up? And I think it's allow a lot of people to design amazing full-screen menus or slide menus. And I saw amazing designs that people made with this, and super proud.
And also our kits. We've got a lot of kits that also utilize that, and they're part of the kits as well, pop-ups.
And this is the reason.
Ran out of time.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Anything you would like to add? I can pull up the time extension card.
I want to add. If you like Elementor, give us 5-star review, whatever you're trying.
5-star review. Let's move on to the next question. Michael Stearns from YouTube is asking, will section links ever be implemented? Example, it would be helpful to have the ability to make the entire section clickable rather than just individual components. Thank you. Yoni, I think this is the Flexbox Container experiment.
How do you know about it?
We've got a live show coming up, by the way, as well, next week, exactly on that. Also, by the way, this is the last question, so thank you. Yoni?
Yeah, okay. So
90 seconds.
I'll give you
Let's do it.
You know, a few years ago, I asked Ariel to give me the option to add the clickable columns. Because as a designer, I don't want to use only the widgets to create boxes.
Right.
And to use with a column itself because you can with the shadow or the border. But he doesn't put his switch on. And you know why? Because it's make the code doesn't quality and clean.
Bad code.
But in the new Flexbox Container, it's built in.
Which is an experiment.
Which is an experiment. And what is experiment? Experiments, it's a new features that we are working on.
Right.
So in the Elementor setting, under experiments, there is a tab with a long list of experiments, and probably we'll recommend it to use it on not a live staging environment, but also there are stable features. Okay, right. So and I think that if you are changing in active, and of course don't forget to save the changes.
Very important.
Now, when I will reload the editor, so the entire logic about the section and the column, it's a new.
Right.
And if it's the first time, I recommend you to go to YouTube and to see some educational material.
You won't lose your sections and your columns. And
No. I can give you also. We made a super feature for that. It's called Convert.
Right.
It means that if you have a section that's made by section and columns, you can click on Convert.
To try it out.
To try it out, and it will duplicate the entire section, but in the new Flexbox. And now you can make the change it, you can remove not.
The time is up.
No, but I want to show you.
Code. We are continuing.
Yeah, so it was a lot of intro.
Yes.
So when I click on the container button, I can change the HTML tag to become A.
Right.
And when it's A, you can add a link, like any other button. So super.
You can set a whole column to be clickable, but also different components.
And the container will change the entire workflow of any web creator on Elementor. So it takes time to understand the logic, but this is the future of the web. This is how the code is made, and it will improve the stability, it improve the performance. So try it out in your free day, of course. It takes time. But we are making it super easy. I tried it myself. Bye.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, we also got a live show coming up on that.
Invite me.
You want to join?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I will be.
All right. Thank you. And that's it. Our season 1 has come to an end. Let's give a big round of applause to Yoni, who really did a great job. Thank you very much. And we hope that you enjoyed as much as we did and you learned something new. Also, a big shout out to all Elementor experts who participated in season 1. Ash, Doron, Sam, Asaf, and Roy. Thank you.
Come.
All right. Hey, what's up, guys?
If you are liking this show, you have to know that there are a bunch of people.
Yes, we can't get everybody
behind the scenes. Come here.
I still need to read from the
No, you don't.
Still got a raffle, and we still got.
But won't they say thank you?
There are a lot of people over here.
Yeah.
Let's show you. Yeah, exactly.
Give the names.
Okay, Sam, Simon, Shlomi. Who else is over here? Throw the names. Ez.
And we made a special turf.
Yes, and Nati.
All the success team.
All the success team, of course. All right.
Thank you, Ziv.
Yes. Thank you.
That's for me.
All right. I just want to say, let's get ready for season 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
Season 2.
Prepare to be amazed.
Yoni, thank you again for joining. It really was great. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Roy, Asaf, Shmuel, and Doron, Ashley, Ziv, and Sar, Simon, and all the team. Thank you very, very much. Super like the show. I saw all the episodes.
So you followed all of it?
Yeah.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to do this as well. All right. Also, in case that you missed the coupon code during the show, here is it one last time. So go ahead and use it to claim your 20% discount for a full 1-year subscription on Elementor Cloud website. It's valid for 48 hours after the event, so make sure that you use it on time. Of course, we always also have a raffle.
Oh.
Yes, there were many questions, so thank you for that. But the only question that remains is who's going to win the $100 gift card? Let's see who wins today.
The question if he wants to replace the $100 gift with this therapy.
Wow.
Think about it. Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's see who will win.
Okay, let's see. The winner is, ready?
Sad.
Robert Wattner. Robert Wattner, well done. Congratulations. Please contact us today via 90 seconds, that's 90sec@elementor.com, so we can give it to you. Well, that's it. Okay, season 1's come to an end. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next season. So please keep your eyes peeled on our social media and come prepared with your how-to questions. As always, this show, it really is for you. So please answer our short survey, which I'll leave in the event notes, so we can get your feedback and make sure that season 2 is even better. Thank you, and ciao for now.